Best Public Affairs Program. And the star goes to Open for Business Net 25.
It is a signal to the world that we are open for business.
We are now open for business. This is Cesar Vallejos bringing you yet another episode to guide you in discovering your passion and growing your business as we learn from experts in the field. Sama-sama tayong matuto sa isa na namang makabuluhang usapan tungo sa pagpapaunlad ng inyong negosyo. Ang Open for Business ay mapapanood nyo rin sa Facebook, sa YouTube. Siguraduhin mag-like at mag-subscribe sa aming social media page at Net25 TV. Alamin natin, suriin mula sa mga negosyante, thought leaders at mga personalidad sa iba't ibang larangan ang mga strategies, trends at mahalagang karanasan sa pagninegosyo dahil tayo ay open for business. A daughter, wife, mother, civic leader, COO, CEO, and president. She wears many hats with grace and dedication, making an indelible impact on her community and beyond. Meet Ms. Mary Carla Christine Reyes Sia, COO of CP Reyes Hospital in Tanawan, Batangas, and the Charter President of Soroptimist International of Malvar, who will let us learn a few management styles in running your businesses or organizations as Open for Business brings you empowering excellence, a conversation with a multifaceted leader.
This portion is brought to you by
Sinayang mo lang.
Yan ang aking ayaw ng lahat.
Sobrang nakakahiya talaga ang nangyari. Mukha yatang may isang intern na nagkamali, Mr. President. Siguraduhin mo na mananagot siya. Apo.
Mapagbibintangan pa siyang palpak sa trabaho?
Duda ako kung makakakuha ka pa ng permanenteng posisyon.
Ako? At si Chondong, makakahanap ba ng ebidensya para ipagtanggol si Yohan?
Magandang araw. Ako ang dapat managot dito.
Magre-resign si Mr. Bong?
Unwanted Family, Monday to Friday at 9 p.m. dito lang sa Net25.
Our guest today is not only the Chief Operating Officer of a respected family-owned hospital, CP Reyes Hospital in Tanawan, Batangas, where her expertise in healthcare administration is a driving force for excellence, but she is also a devoted mother of two and a loving wife to a dedicated doctor. Her professional success is complemented by her unwavering commitment to family. But that's not all. Beyond the hospital corridors and her family life, she is a beacon of civic duty. As the first charter president of the Soroptimist International of Malvar, she embodies the spirit of service and empowerment. Her tireless efforts in this role have contributed to positive change for women and girls in her community, opening doors to education, economic independence, and a brighter future. Today, we have the privilege to delve into the life and experiences of this extraordinary woman, gaining insights into her leadership journey, the challenges she's overcome, and the wisdom she's gained along the way. Join us as we celebrate a multifaceted leader whose contributions touch the hearts and minds of many. Please welcome Miss Mary Carla Christine Reyes Sia. How are you, Miss Carla?
I'm good.
Okay. Off cam, we were talking about a lot of things. Kung ikaw ay first time mo sa set, I think it's also the first time that we are interviewing someone from a hospital. So far, Miss Carla, paano ba naiiba ang pagpapatakbo ng isang ospital? Kasi siyempre, di ba, maraming mga management approaches yan. Iba-ibang larangan ng business, di ba? May kanya-kanyang pagpapatakbo ng negosyo. But this one, hospital, how do you do that? What's your management approach?
Okay, first of all, when you manage a hospital, it's really different from other types of businesses. It's because it's very complex, no? Marami tayong mga regulatory, statutory requirements na mga sinusunod. But most importantly, it's challenging because you have to be updated, You need to know the latest technology, kung ano yung mga sakit ngayon na biglang sumusulpot. Like recently, we had this pandemic, yung COVID. It was really difficult for us to, to cope up. But the question is, paano ba magpatakbo? It's very important that you first, dapat ang puso mo nasa pasyente. So when you say na ang puso mo nasa pasyente, dapat very well-versed ka. You should have the best doctors. You should be able to communicate with the doctors and at least know them very well in terms of their knowledge. And dapat willing ang isang ospital na mag-extend ng help up to the point of sending them to trainings. And of course, mamahalin natin ang mga pasyente. Kung meron tayong mga doktor na minamahal, meron tayong mga pasyente. It is very important for a hospital to be a patient-centered hospital. Meaning, dapat lahat ng services na kailangan nila, na hanapin nila, gagawan mo ng paraan na ma-provide mo. And of course, ang pinaka-challenging, sir, ngayon, napakahirap mag-hire ng nurses. Almost all of the nurses are going abroad. Siyempre, ang grabe ngayon na mag-hire ang US, ang UK, wala nang experience na kailangan. So that's very challenging for us. So what we do, siyempre, we keep up the salaries that we give. Kung hindi namin na kaya sa basic salary, at least sa benefits, we also give several incentives. At syempre, ang isa pa rin sa pinaka-challenging is, yung atin syempre yung government policies. Like we have the PhilHealth policies na parating nagbabago, ang ating DOH na kailangan naman din natin makapag-adopt. And for me, ang hindi dapat mawala sa kahit na anong negosyo is innovation. If you do not know how to innovate, if you do not know how to do blue strategy, hindi po talaga magsasucceed ang kahit na anong negosyo. So, kumbaga parang we don't do head-to-head competition, pero tingnan natin kung ano ba yung strengths na meron ng isang negosyo katulad ng isang ospital na pwede nating ma-magnify para ito yung mapansin sa atin. Kasi maraming ospital sa buong Pilipinas.
You have also shown the many issues and the many complicated things in managing a hospital. But I remember, Miss Carla, when I was asked during that time when I was working in this hospital, when I was telling them I'm from the strategic marketing department, sabi nila parang, may marketing ang ospital. Hindi nila alam yun. So, akala nila ang minamarket lang ay, the other products,
services,
other commodities, Pero, napaka-critical ng marketing sa ospital, which is my next question. How do you make sure that the hospital of choice in Batangas or yung malapit na lugar pa doon?
Okay, first of all, our hospital is located in the heart or in the city of Tanawan City, Batangas. So it's along the crossing and mataas talaga yung population na dumadaan doon. But of course, we don't stop studying, we don't stop benchmarking. And actually, to be updated, you always have to attend trainings and seminars na related sa healthcare. Like we have the Philippine Hospital Association, private hospital associations. We attend those seminars and meetings to keep us updated. But of course, I've said a while ago, simple lang. Kailangan pakinggan mo lang ang mga pasyente. If you have the data, if you collect the data, ano ba yung pinakamaraming sakit na meron? Ano ba yung pinakakonti? Ano ba yung hindi natin nasuserve sa industry natin? And then from that data, you come up with another strategy. It is very important, hindi lang sa hospital. You need to have the data, you need to analyze it and come up with a solution, come up with a problem, and you can also innovate that through that data. Marketing is really very important, hindi lang talaga yan. Kasi nga, sa aming competition ngayon, marketing is really a tool for your business to be, at par with other hospitals. So we also do social media marketing. We have everything. Not just that, we also do marketing in the industrial company. Hindi lang po kami sa may mga sakit. We also do pre-employment, annual physical exam. We go to the industrial companies. We have a mobile clinic. And of course, that is the starting point. That's marketing. You don't really earn that much in the industrial, but you promote it. Ikaw yung lalapit sa kanila para hindi na nila kailangan lumapit sa'yo. Kasi hindi naman lahat sila mapapadaan sa hospital. And wala naman lahat sa social media. So dahil bulk ng client ang industrial companies, kami nagpupunta. Actually, I was the marketing director for 5 years in our hospital, and that was my first job as the marketing director. Kasi sa Batangas, ang opportunity po doon ay dumami na po ang mga industrial companies. We have in Lima, that's in Lipa, Malvar. We have in FPIP, that is in Santo Tomas, Batangas, and we also have the Carmel Rey in Calamba. Ang dami. And ang gusto po nila, packages for physical examination, packages for their corporate directors. So I created those, and then na-market naman po natin.
So it's like offering them corporate wellness na.
Yes.
It's not just, addressing that specific
That's
disease, but parang more on prevention.
Prevention.
The
Yes.
health and wellness program na
That's
siya.
correct.
Wow. Balikan ko ngayon yung nabanggit mo na one of the strategies, as you mentioned, is of course you get the best doctors, you get the best nurses. Sa doctors, talagang iba-ibang specialty. Di ba, bawat ospital may kanya-kanyang specialty. Sa inyo ba, when you mention the brand of your hospital, saan siya magaling? Di ba, may mga ganon. So,
Exactly.
saan kayo, what are the doctors best or known for in your hospital?
Actually, the hospital is known to be a general hospital. We don't really specialized any specialties, but we have a lot of doctors with subspecialty. We chose to cater almost all of the patients kasi marami talagang mga pasyente, no? Ang first primary care yung ginagamot talaga natin sa ngayon. And then with that, ang naging innovation namin is nakita namin kasi, sir, ang opportunity doon sa industrial. So, recently, when the pandemic came, 2020, I'll go to that, because during that time, it was really difficult for us to survive. So what we did, instead of putting up a specialty or a branding for the hospital, we decided to put up several clinics, satellite clinics in different areas in the 3rd District of Batangas. So what we did, kasi yung mga pasyente ayaw pumasok sa ospital kasi natatakot sa COVID. This was 2020, February. So ayaw nilang pumasok. Wala kaming pasyente, sir. And during that time, may mga pumapasok COVID, takot lahat ng nurses, takot din ng ibang mga doktor, at hindi talaga nagpasyente. So, nag-lay off kami, yes, nag-lay off kami for a while, but what we did, sir, sabi namin, sayang naman kung pati yung mga healthcare workers namin mawawala ng trabaho. So what we did, sir, we created businesses, we created laboratory and diagnostic clinics in Tanawan, Malvar, Santo Tomas. So meron po kaming tinatawag na Lab-to-Go Diagnostic and Medical Center ngayon. We have 2 branches. So we also put up a Malvar Kidney and Dialysis Center in Malvar, Batangas. Kasi ang dilema, ang mga pasyente ayaw na magpa-laboratory sa ospital. Gusto sa labas. So there was parang a competition between the hospital and the clinics. So ang ginawa namin, during that time, instead na mag-focus kami sa specialty hospital, sabi natin, i-cater natin ang mga pasyente. Hindi makapasok, tayo yung lumabas. So this happened during the pandemic because during the time we had a small budget sana to increase the bed capacity, to go on a specialty hospital that you were asking me. Sabi namin, hindi. Ang gagawin natin, tayo na ang pupunta sa labas para ma-provide pa rin yung basic need and care ng mga pasyente. So in these clinics, we have the laboratory, we have x-ray, we have also clinics for our doctors. Meron kasi mga doctor na ayaw pumasok ng ospital during the time.
Doktor na yun, ha?
Doctor na yun, yes, that's really normal kasi talaga meron din sa mga doctor na may mga comorbidity.
Yes.
Hindi rin sila pwede pumasok. And now, sir, good thing, that was an opportunity for us, though there was so many challenges. Ngayon, nakapag-create kami ng ibang negosyo na healthcare
It's
pa
a
rin.
new business model.
It's a new business model, correct.
Actually, to the viewers of Open for Business, that's a very relevant business strategy because if there's a challenge, you create an opportunity, out of that challenge, and then
That's
eventually it spun off as
Yes.
another business model. Pero, that's very visionary, Miss Carla. Pero, di ba, yung iba, nakakapag-pivot agad. Di ba? Nakakapag-adapt agad.
Yes.
There's so much agility in that. Gaano ba ka-ready dapat ang isang namumuno ng kumpanya or ng ospital para kaagad na magbago ng business strategy?
Okay. So, definitely, kailangan ang mga negosyante, ang mga namumuno ng bawat korporasyon, dapat kailangang ready. Dapat meron tayong tinatawag na risk assessment, no? So kami, nasa healthcare kami, so we do also risk assessment para sa hospital namin. So when we do risk assessment, we consider the environment. We consider political issues, we consider the economic issues, we consider the society, the technology, we consider the laws that's been coming up once in a while, everything. So yearly, meron kami pong tinatawag na strategic planning. So we are very, very constant with that. Kasi alam namin na every 6 months, 3 months, may nagbabago. And aside from that, ito po talaga, sir, yung parating hindi ko pinapalyahang gawin because I'm the corporate treasurer. Parati akong may nakatabing pera taon-taon. You need to save. You need to save. Yes, we need to invest, pero hindi natin pwedeng mawala ang investment, ang savings natin. Kasi sir, bago po nag-pandemic, sumabog pa po ang Taal Volcano sa Tanawan City. Yeah, that was January. And one of the most challenging issues in the healthcare industry is cash flow. Because we have issues with our receivables from government institutions, health providers, the HMOs, and of course, maraming indigent, may mga charity. So, if hindi tayo marunong mag-manage ng finances natin in terms of we do not know our priority, which to buy first, anong kailangan natin gawin, saan tayo mag-i-invest, magtatabi tayo ng pera. Pag hindi natin na-prioritize to, we cannot pivot that soon. If we have this kind of challenges or problems that we will face in the next months to come. So, sir, kailangan meron kang nakatabing pera for calamities, meron kang nakatirang pera in case na hindi pumasok ang receivables mo for 6 months, 10 months, ikaw na yung maglagay. Pero may trend po yan eh. May trend yan every when ba nagbabayad. For example, ang ganitong agency sa government. So 3 months ba, 6 months ba? Maglagay ka na ng ipon mo dyan every month at i-computein mo na kung magkano. So if we don't do that para sa mga may-ari ng ospital, then pwedeng magsara. Because I know several hospitals have already closed during the pandemic and until now, hindi pa po nag-open. Hindi lang dahil sa pandemic, dahil nga marami kaming challenges na hinaharap sa mga receivables namin.
Wow, this is free consultation. Okay. Thank you, Miss Carla, for those insights. One is interesting thing about this saving, for specific emergencies. May mga nakausap din ako na CEOs and CFOs, Miss Carla, na parang sila may rule of thumb sila. Dapat, when you talked about cash flow, di ba? Dapat ang cash flow mo, pwede ka, dapat nag-ooperate ka, you have at least savings na for 6 months, 1 year, or 2 years. Parang
Exactly.
ganon. Ikaw ba, parang may rule of thumb ka din na
Meron.
parang nakikita mo. What's your standard? Is it 6, 1 year, or 2 years?
First, hindi ko ginagalaw talaga yung meron akong tinatawag na ditong cap sa bank. Like, ito dapat nandito na to. And when I start the year, for example, for this January 2024, meron tayong pwedeng spend pero ito hindi talaga to pwedeng
hindi mo
spend.
gagalawin talaga
Hindi ko
yun.
talaga siya gagalawin. Yung hindi ko ginagalaw na yun, katumbas yun ng 1.5 year to 2 years. Pagka mas maganda cash flow, 2 years talaga na medyo
ideal
safe sa akin
yun.
yun.
Oo,
Ideal sa akin yun. Kasi pag nagkaroon ka ng problem sa cash flow, usually ang impact nito sa hospital 6 months operating expenses 6 months. So you have to compute the 6 months operating expense kasi yun ang most probably na immediately tatamaan yung loob na 6 months na yun. Pero syempre, gusto natin makagawa pa rin tayo ng improvement, hindi tayo kakapusin sa supplier, and also that's why I do computation of at least 2 years. Pinaka-safe yun.
Wow. Pero as you mentioned, Miss Carla, syempre, that's only for emergencies or in terms of operations. But you mentioned about innovation, di ba?
Yes.
Parang, syempre, like say for example, having worked in one of the premier hospitals in the country, talagang we invested before in the state-of-the-art technologies, mga non-invasive
Yeah.
technologies, robotics, mga ganyan. And sometimes that is not part of the usual cash flow. This is capex. This is
That's
new
capex.
money.
Yes.
You get money investment. So,
Yeah.
how do you deal with that innovation?
During the pandemic, natigil talaga yung pag-upgrade namin ng mga technologies. But nung nakahabol na po kami, nung pumapasok na ulit ang mga pasyente sa ospital, we wanted to continue our plans. And the preparation that we did, since we have savings, enough savings, so we're now starting to first we do renovation. We are doing the renovation of the hospital, a major renovation. We will increase again the bed capacity of the hospital kasi nag-decrease siya dahil nga doon sa pandemic. Pero ngayon sobrang taas ng demand ulit. Some of our money went to our capex for the satellite clinics.
Yes.
So that's why hindi namin
So parang
nabili.
lumalabas, ang kagandahan naman sa satellite clinics mo, parang mini hospitals siya.
Exactly. Oo. Kasi ang naging target
How
namin...
many clinics do you have now?
We have 4. We have
Yeah,
4
yeah,
clinics.
4.
We have 4 clinics in our district.
Pero you plan to expand that pa?
Yes, we plan to expand the dialysis center.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
kasi
okay.
mas marami, pag nakita mo sa census, sa demand sa data, mas maraming nagkakasakit ngayon sa kidney na kailangan magpa-dialysis na ayaw na rin pumasok sa ospital.
Okay, let's go back to your sa hospital naman.
Sa hospital, and now, papunta na kami doon sa tinatawag nating pag-upgrade ng mga technology. And so, ang tanong natin is, ano ang basis namin para mag-upgrade ng mga technology? Doktor pa rin. Doktor at pasyente. So we listen to our doctors. We don't just buy, sir. Like, it's easy to buy an MRI if you have the money. It's easy to buy many machines. Pero pag ayaw ng doktor mo, yung brand ng machine mo, pag ayaw ng doktor yung equipment mo, hindi naman niya dadalhin sa iyo pasyente. Dadalhin niya sa iba. So what we do is, we have our departmental meetings on a quarterly basis with the doctors. My brother is the medical director of the hospital and he conducts the meeting. My sister is the chief of clinics. So sila yung nakikipag-usap sa mga doctors. So when the doctor says we need an ultrasound, a better ultrasound, or we need an MRI, doon po kami bumibili. But there is a target already for next year that we will be purchasing a lot of machines that, yung mga latest technology.
Yes,
Napatigil talaga because of the pandemic.
Now, with these things, you mentioned about the different departments which are handled by different family members. Siyempre, may may pros and cons yun,
Yeah.
di ba, Miss Carla? And I think, can you share, some of the rewarding ones and some of the challenges kapag family setting yung structure?
Okay. Sir, I'd like to share a little bit of the background kung paano po kami pinalaki ng parents ko so I can go to
Okay.
that, answer that question. Lumaki po kami sa setting, sa loob ng ospital. My parents started the hospital. Yung bahay namin nasa loob ng hospital.
Oh.
So we really witnessed how to, operate a hospital.
Okay.
Pinalaki kami ng magulang namin na pagka summer, pag may pasok kami, kailangan magtrabaho sa ospital kung gusto ng baon.
Oo.
Yeah, that's why...
So, parang nag-OJT na kayo.
Nag-OJT na kami. Elementary pa lang kami. High school, Carla, mag-secretary ka dito. Carla, ikaw magtinda sa pharmacy. Ginawa natin lahat yon sa amin lahat. That's why lahat kami, alam namin kung paano magpatakbo ng ospital. Pinagdaanan namin minsan yung hindi pagkakaintindihan, but at the end of the day, really 100%, we make sure na bati kaming lahat because it's just
Yes.
business. So, merong struggle, pero alam mo, ang masarap dito sa business namin na to, sir, dito kami naging close. Because without this business, sa age namin ngayon na lahat kami married na, may mga pamilya na, kung wala kaming ospital, wala kaming chance mag-usap-usap. This is our way to communicate, and dito namin nakita yung weaknesses and strength ng bawat isa. At dito rin kami mas naging forgiving and loving sa isa't isa because of the hospital. Because we really love the hospital, the businesses that we have.
That's great to hear, Miss Carla. But
Yeah.
how do you manage stress in a hospital setting? Kasi there are times na with your patients, with your doctors, somehow na ira-rub off nila sa'yo or sa employees yung stress and pressure of that. But related to this, before you answer, yung iba naman, nagiging parang naninigas na yung puso. Kumbaga
that's
parang like,
true.
say for example, when you talk of death, parang, karaniwan na lang yan. Parang ganyan, nagiging bato siya. In your case, how do you do that, Miss Carla?
In my case, when I'm tired, I rest. Like, I don't check my cell phone, I don't check my laptop. But what is the secret? How can I do that? Sa sobrang dami naming empleyado, dami naming negosyo. If you're really a good leader, I'm not saying really I'm a good leader, pero ito yung experience ko kung bakit kaya kong magpahinga, pag gusto kong magpahinga. Pag nakapag-train ka or nakapag-build ka ng employees na magagaling, you don't have to worry. I started as a rank and file. Nagbenta ako ng gamot sa pharmacy. I was a pharmacy assistant. I was a cashier. I know how it feels to be in that line. So, alagaan mo sila. So, if you're a manager, if you're a supervisor, i-check mo. Kung manager ka, i-check mo yung supervisor, ginagawa ba niya yung work niya. It's not because hindi porke may mali ang rank and file, ibig sabihin palpak sila. Tingnan natin, bakit hindi nila ma-execute yung trabaho? May kulang ba sila sa gamit? May kulang ba sila sa kaalaman? Kung kaalaman ang kulang, bigyan mo ng pang-train. Kung talagang importante yung tao sa'yo at kung tingin mong madedevelop mo, rango yon. So it's like a stairs. So develop your rank and file, develop your supervisors, your managers, the directors that we have, para pwede ka ring magpahinga. Kasi mahirap na iaasa lahat yan sa top management or sa board of directors, pero wala naman tayong mapagkakatiwalaan na employees dahil hindi sila well-trained. Na-accountable. So it's very important for a leader or a business owner to train their employees very well and take care of them financially, emotionally, lahat na. So that's how we take care of our employees.
So you have training programs then?
Yeah, the HR provides training programs. So we have an employees evaluation, and based on the employees evaluation, may katapat yun na training program kung meron siyang mga kailangang matrain na aspeto sa work niya.
Wow, impressive. I agree with that because I heard this also from my boss. A good leader is not present. Kasi why not present? Kasi nagpapahinga because she was able, like in your case, you were able to
Exactly.
train and you continue to train your
Yes, sir.
staff.
And I cannot afford to be in the office all the time because I have to go out to my other businesses as well. So we have the satellite clinics. Pag pinabayaan mo yung employees sa satellite clinics mo, sa mga laboratory, sila yung magtatampo. You have to go around.
This is amazing, Miss Carla. Okay. You also is the charter president of Soroptimist International of Malvar. Ito naman, pagtulong mo sa komunidad, bakit may satisfaction ka rin dito? Parang yung iba, ano ba naman si Carla? Stressful na nga dito sa ospital. Pero there is another organization where you are involved. Why are you supporting Soroptimist? And what is it?
Okay, I accepted the position to be the charter president of Soroptimist International of Malvar because I was previously a public servant. I was the first counselor in Malvar, Batangas, 2019 to 2021. After that, now I'm not a politician anymore. Namimiss ko mag-serve. Namimiss kong mag-serve sa mga kababayan ko. But during the time na I was a politician, I built my own foundation. The name is Mula sa Puso ni Ate Carla Foundation. Marami po tayong tinutulungan ng mga bata para makatapos ng pag-aaral at marami po tayong binibigyan ng financial assistance pagdating naman po sa may mga cancer at nagpapa-dialysis. So, sabi ko, ang importante pag politician ka, kasi hindi mo naman sila lahat masasatisfy.
Correct.
So, sustainability ng lahat ng ginagawa ko. Because I really thought, one day, I will not be a politician anymore. Because I'm really busy as a businesswoman, and I should know my priorities. And I said, build my own foundation. So, I have my foundation now, and dumating ang opportunity sa akin na I was invited to be the charter president of Malvar. Then I accepted it because maganda po talaga yung vision niya. So ang vision niya is to transform the lives of women and girls to have better lives. How? Through empowerment, enabling opportunities. So, naisip ko, parang pareho kami ng mission
At
vision.
saka bigger platform siya.
Bigger
because it's an
platform.
international organization,
It is,
I think.
Yes, it is an international organization. This started in California, in Oakland, and now it's already in the Philippines. So marami na pong member ng Soroptimist International all over the world. And Soroptimist International Philippines is under the umbrella of Soroptimist International of America. So I believe in the vision. That's why I accepted it even if I'm busy, because giving back to the people, the graces and blessings that we are receiving, ang pinakamaganda kasi yung tumulong. I don't know, sir, but this is something that I really want to share. Every time nasistress ako, natotoxic ako, pag tumutulong ako sa tao, pag ibinabalik ko lang, nawawala yung stress ko. Gumagaan eh. Hindi ko alam kung bakit. Hindi ko ma-explain. But that's how I feel. So I continued it. Otherwise, kung ginamit mo lang siya for politics or kung ginamit mo lang siya for publicity because you are a politician, mapapagod ka eh. Hindi mo itutuloy pag hindi ka na politiko, di ba? Pero na-realize ko, nung hindi na ako politiko, hinahanap-hanap kong yun. So sabi ko, itutuloy ko through my foundation and through Soroptimist International of Malvar. And most importantly, wala kasing Soroptimist International of Malvar sa Batangas, sa amin, sa town namin. So it's the first.
Wow.
I'm the
And-
charter president.
And with that, you are also very direct to your recipients. Open for Business was able to cover, one of the activities of your organization in Batangas.
In Batangas,
and
the
I
Lima
think
outlets.
we have met some of the scholars there. Ano yung kwento dito?
Sumba for a Cause, it is a fundraising program of Soroptimist International of Malvar. So currently, meron po kaming 8 na scholars.
Okay.
Soroptimist International of Malvar started just recently, 8 months ago, March 26, 2023. And I'm really proud to say na meron na kaming 8. 5 college and 3 high school students. Yung dalawa doon, sponsored ng Soroptimist International of the Philippines. And yung isa, we granted the Live Your Dreams Award scholarship grant, and hopefully mapili kami ng Soroptimist International kasi ang grant dito sa scholar na to would be $1,000 but we have to apply for that. And the rest are our scholars in the club, so they are accepting 6,000 pesos yearly. And for the high school, 3,000 yearly. So what is the target? Since we already have 8, we want to double it up. Gusto naming madagdagan for next semester, which is on February 2024, sana ma-increase namin yung scholars namin because that is the goal of Soroptimist naman for scholarship grants and trainings, programs, and seminars, matulungan yung mga kababaihan.
And you're only 8 months old.
Yes, 8 months.
8 months pa lang. So, why education? Is it also part of your passion? I know that this is aligned with the vision of Soroptimist, but
Yes.
in your case, yun ba rin ang gusto mo?
Of course, sir. Yun talaga yung gusto ko. Unang-una sa lahat, naniniwala ako na through education, you can really be empowered. Because during that time, ibabalik ko dun sa hospital namin, when I handled the hospital, I'm not a doctor, sir. Ma-surprise sila, I'm not a doctor. But I realized na even if I'm not a doctor, kung aaralin ko ang pagmamanage ng isang ospital, then I know I can be of help to the hospital. So that's why sabi ko, I will study. Aaralin ko lahat how to manage a hospital, a business. So I took up 2 courses, Masters in Hospital Administration and Masters in Business Administration.
Okay, so one business and one medicine-related or
Yes.
medical administration-related,
That's why.
hospital-related.
So, if I will relate this, empowerment is really through education.
That's right.
Because if you're not well-versed with the things that you are doing, if you're not that educated, then what can you share? What can you share? What can you do for the company or for the organization? So, ibinabalik lang natin sa mga scholar natin yung experience natin. At dahil naniniwala tayo sa mission and vision ng Soroptimist of International, I want to focus on education.
Wow. Now, as we look at your experience, parang there's really that connection between your advocacy with your care for family and also your willingness to help. How do you manage a lot of responsibilities? You are also a former government official. So, how's your time management like?
Time management, okay, that's very important to me. Kasi if I don't get to manage my time, nasisira din yung diskarte ko. When it comes to weekends, Saturday and Sunday, hindi talaga ako naglalagay ng schedule. That's why matututunan lang natin tong ganitong bagay pag natutunan natin magtiwala at mag-train ng magagaling nating empleyado. Because if you cannot do that, hindi ka pwedeng maging sitting pretty. Una-una, nakaka-stress yun, nakaka-wrinkles. So, hindi natin kaya yon. So, what we do, we train. We train people. We invest. We invest in people. Let's train them. I'm not here on a Saturday, on a weekend. Nasa abroad ako, nagte-travel ako. I have my managers. But I know how to check them also, of course.
Yes.
I know how to contact them. Sila yung pwedeng kumontak. Kasi if you cannot control your time, if you cannot control or manage your time, you cannot be creative. You cannot innovate. You cannot say, I need space, I need to think. No. Kailangan, yun nga yung sinasabi nila 2 heads are better than 1, di ba? So, yun po yung talagang secret dyan sa ganitong klaseng busy na buhay.
Wow, interesting, amazing. I'm sure a lot of people here who are watching can relate. Okay, so saan mo naman nakukuha yung inspiration mo, Carla? I know that you have a lot of businesses, and each business unit or business model has specific challenges, but I know that you're also hungry for information. As you mentioned, you get it from a lot of things. Where do you source your inspiration for motivation, for innovation?
For motivation regarding the business, it's our clients. Data is very important. So I do customer survey, customer feedback survey, because customer satisfaction is very important. Okay, we always talk to the doctors. Like recently, nagpa-fellowship night kami. We gathered all of them in a hotel and communicated with them. So, kailangan ng open communication. That's very basic. Kasi the motivation, unang-una, if you love your job will love you, and vice versa. Pag hindi mo gusto yung trabaho mo o hindi mo gusto yung negosyong ginagawa mo in the first place, you will never be motivated. Oo. kailangan mahal mo siya talaga from the start.
What is your advice to women who wants to go into business or who wants to multitask? As you
Okay.
can see, you are a lot of things. You are
Yeah.
multifaceted. So
Okay.
please share your tips to them.
First of all, one of the secrets that I've been having, that's why I can do all of these things, is you should stay focused. Staying focused is very important in everything that we do. Yes, we can do multitasking, but when you do multitasking, dapat alam mo yung objective mo, kung saan ka pupunta. Next, you should know your values. You should know your principles. You should know how to stand for it because maraming challenges dito sa mundo. And if you do not know your values, your principles, kung ano ba yun talagang gusto mo, pinaglalaban mo, then you cannot stay focused. So I think it is very important that we, women, and even the men, no, you should love yourself enough to know the values and principles that you have for yourself. Stay focused kasi ang negosyo nandyan. Kung mahal mo siya, mamahalin ka rin niya pabalik. Pero kung hindi natin mahal ang sarili natin, mahirap na bumalik din ang swerte na galing sa negosyo. That's very important.
Wow, that's a very impressive. Those are words of wisdom from Miss Carla. And just in case people or patients would like to go to your hospital, would like to see or contribute to your initiatives,
Yes.
especially at the organization, where can they find you, Miss Carla?
Tanawan Medical Center, CP Reyes, is located in Mabini Avenue, Tanawan City, Batangas. And Soroptimist International of Malvar is located in Barangay Lutasur, Malvar, Batangas. So naghahanap po kami ng mga scholars ngayon, aying for scholars, college and high school students. And please visit our Facebook page and website, Soroptimist International of Malvar. We also have our Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Kindly do follow us. Thank you.
Wow, this has been an engaging conversation with the Charter President of the Soroptimist International of Malvar, Ms. Mary Carla Christine Reyes Sia. Open for business. We'll be back. Stay tuned.
Problemang may kinalaman sa pang-araw-araw na pamumuhay.
Ano sa palagay niyo?
Katiwalian at korupsyon sa kung saan-saan.
Ano sa palagay niyo?
Kalusugan.
Ano sa palagay niyo?
Edukasyon.
Ano sa palagay nyo?
Hanap buhay.
Ano sa palagay nyo?
Ang daming issue. Samahan ninyo sina Ali Soto at Batpi Daza sa pagbusisi sa lahat ng yan at iba pa. Ano sa palagay nyo? Year 3 na!
It's fun time again with Uniting this November. Uniting does her best to clean the classroom. Become a tree for her school play.
Yay!
Get a better score at her exams.
I know!
And learn to play the violin. Sunny Girl number 23. Weekends at 9 a.m. here on Net 25.
Ang Best Public Affairs Program. And the star goes to Open for Business, Net 25.
It is a signal to the world that we are open for business.
Open Open for Business with Cesar Vallejos every Sunday, 9 p.m.
And for business news, household spending to grow by 6.3% in 2024 with expected economic growth and consumption levels normalizing. Household spending in the country is expected to increase by 6.3% in 2024 according to BMI Country Risk and Industry Research. The Fitch Group subsidiary said the growth is in line with the positive outlook for the economy to reach 6.2% next year. It also expects headline inflation to ease in 2024 to 4% from 6.1% in 2023. China records first ever quarterly FDI deficit. China recorded its first ever quarterly deficit in foreign direct investment with a decline in direct investment liabilities showing a deficit of $11.8 billion in the July-September period according to balance of payments data. Direct investment liabilities is a measure of FDI and the deficit showed Beijing's challenge in securing overseas investments amidst the de-risking move by Western government with growing geopolitical tensions. World food prices fall 0.5% in October. Global food prices dropped for a third consecutive month in October to 120.3 points, a decrease of 0.5% from September, according to the United Nations Food and Agricultural Organization Food Price Index. The slight decline in FAO Food Price Index was due to the lower price indices for sugar, cereals, vegetable oils, and meat, while the index for dairy products experienced a rebound. Open for Business is at the helm. The SEC list running a corporation sure poses enormous sets of tasks, but one thing under your to-do list that should not be missed is compliance with government requirements. The Securities and Exchange Commission has warned more than 20,000 corporations are in danger of having their certificates of incorporation revoked for failing to comply with reportorial requirements. Inalabas ng SEC ang listahan ng 22,403 na korporasyon na hindi nakapagsumite ng General Information Sheet o GIS sa loob ng 5 taon mula sa kanilang date of incorporation. Ang requirement na ito ay alinsunod sa Revised Corporation Code of the Philippines o RA 11232. Kabilang sa mga dapat isumite ng mga korporasyon ang Annual Financial Statements or AFS. Mayroon namang 298,335 ordinary corporations na 3 beses nang hindi nakakapagsumite ng GIS sa loob ng 5-year period. Sa ilalim ng Section 177 ng RCC, pwedeng ilagay ng SEC sa delinquent status ang mga korporasyon dahil sa naturang hindi pagtugon. The RCC also requires one-person corporations to submit their AFS and a report containing explanations or comments by the President on every qualification, reservation, or adverse remark or disclaimer made by the auditor in the latter's report. One-person corporations must submit a disclosure of all self-dealings and related party transactions entered into between the one-person corporation and the single stockholder and other reports as the SEC may require. May palugit na ibinibigay ang SEC para makapag-comply ang mga korporasyong nasa kanilang listahan. Para kasi sa ahensya, nakakaapekto sa kalusugan ng corporate sector ang pag-iral ng delinquent corporations. To avoid losing your business registration, there is value in taking note of this reminder for you to stay open for business.
And I'm PJ.
Tara, samahan niyo kami.
Listen to our school's podcast.
At pag-usapan natin ang mga issues na mahalaga para sa ating mga teenagers.
Let's create art together in... Dito lang sa Net 25.
Kwentuhang makaka-relate kay you.
Menopause. Meron ka bang nararamdaman ng mga signs ng menopause?
Menopause really happens. In my case, I had a condition called endometriosis.
Miss Corina, ganda po ng hair nyo. Ano pong shampoo nyo?
Mapa-senior man kay you.
My apos are here. They're here with me and they give me such joy. And so, kung hindi ako magtatrabaho, how could I spoil them?
O Gen Z.
Nar is actually an accent from Australia. So like when you say no, you don't say no. They say nar.
Bida kayo dito.
Sumay! So,
Let's just always choose to be kind.
Kaya ugaliin ang tumutok kung saan masaya at maganda ang simula ng araw. 10 a.m.
And our buzzword of the week is agile leadership. The concept of agile leadership is now used to more generally denote an approach to people and team leadership that is focused on boosting adaptiveness in highly dynamic and complex business environment. When you're overwhelmed by a task, thinking it will be difficult to do business and attend to your personal life, know that there are individuals who manage to shift roles with success. Carla Sia, for example, showed us that her journey through various roles and responsibilities in healthcare, community service, entrepreneurship, and family life is a testament to the power of determination and dedication. What shines through is the boundless energy, passion for service, and the wisdom gained from a multifaceted life. Here is a reminder that one can excel in multiple domains and make a meaningful difference in the lives of others while pursuing their dreams. We hope that this episode has left you inspired and motivated, showcasing the incredible impact that one individual can have on their community and beyond. It's possible to become an extraordinary individual, break barriers, and shatter stereotypes. And with that, our quote of the week is from Robert Louis Stevenson. He said, "Keep your fears to yourself, but share your courage with others." Thank you, Miss Carla. Maraming salamat sa isang oras na pagsama sa amin upang tunghayan ng isang makabuluhang usapan ukol sa negosyo dito lang sa Open for Business. Hanggang sa susunod na linggo, samahan nyo kaming muli dito sa Open for Business. Catch us too on Facebook, on YouTube. Like and subscribe on our social media page at Net25 TV. We will bring you more insights from industry experts, thought leaders, CEOs, and featured SMEs. Together, let us help encourage business development in the Philippines. Sharpen your business acumen, fill the pulse, and set the trend for as long as you are informed and open for business. Ito po si Cesar Vallejos. Marami pong salamat.